Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Denise Salcedo, and today I'm very excited to bring you Shae Smolik. Shae is a singer and actress. You've seen her in the sci-fi movie The SANDMAN, Criminal Minds, FAMELESS, Trafficked, and so much more. Shae, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Trying to keep busy during this quarantine, but hey, we're doing good. Sticking in there.
I know, it's so crazy. Who would have thought we would have this
Gosh,
free
never,
time?
never in a million years.
I know. How are you? How are you spending it? Have you picked up any new hobbies?
Um, Watching Netflix is definitely a new hobby that I picked up, but no, I think it's fun just spending time with my family. It's never like too bad to have bonding time, so that's something that I enjoy about quarantine. But other than that, it's just been kind of boring.
Yeah, I know. I completely feel you. That's I'm trying to stay busy. But I
Yeah,
really like your outlook because you got to really be positive in this type of situation.
right.
So I'm so happy to hear that you're upbeat and you're seeing the positivity in all of this.
Yeah.
So let's kind of go ahead and just kind of get started with how did you get involved in the world of acting and singing?
Well, I started acting first, actually. I live in Iowa, and I go, like, to California 3 months out of the year to act, and, I started off with a little agency here in Iowa, and I did more modeling than I did acting. I did a couple commercials here and there, but nothing major, and then I started going out to Chicago, and I enjoyed it so much. I got my first big things, you could say, and I was like, "I really wanna pursue this, like, this is what I want to do." And we came up with a solution, and that's going out to California for a couple months and like really pursuing my dream.
That's really cool that your family like took this risk and said, "Let's move out
Yeah.
to California. Like, let's do this." That's very
Well,
lucky.
actually, my whole family doesn't go. It's just me and my mom because my dad's a surgeon, so he has to stay home and do his work. And my brothers don't like it out there because they're country boys and they like the mud and their dirt and football, so they don't really get that out there. So they don't come with us. Actually, they just stay at home, and then we try and see them as much as we can.
No, but that's awesome. Like that is such a great mom. So shout
Yeah,
out to your mom. She's
shout out to
amazing for
Mama
doing
Public.
that. Exactly. So now, you're talking about like, getting your first auditions, your early projects. Tell us a little bit about some of the first acting stuff that you did, some of your roles that you first did at the beginning of
Yeah,
your career.
so, I started there was a little commercial, I think it's internet or I don't know, it's internet or something, and it's called MediaCom here in Iowa, and if
Mhm.
people are watching from Iowa, you know what it is, and, I did commercials for them, and they would play on Iowa television, local television channels, and then I was on their truck, so, like, it was my face. They're still driving
Wow,
around
that is
today.
so cool.
They're still driving around today, and every time I see one, I'm like, "That's my face on a truck," and all my friends are like, "Oh my gosh, like, I know her."
Is
But,
it weird?
it was a very small commercial, but obviously it's what kickstarted my career.
But how do you feel like seeing your face on a truck? I mean, like, everyone's dream. It's like, oh, I want to be on a billboard. I want
Right.
to see my name in the marquee. But how does it feel when you're actually seeing it?
I kinda have to double take. I'm like, "That is me on there," and I was young too, so I, like, don't look the same, and, every time I'm like, "That is crazy." Like, my face is driving around all around Iowa.
That's really awesome. I hope you have some good pictures of like the times you've
Yes,
spotted
I
that
do.
truck. So now, did you always feel like, you said you started modeling and all of that. Did you always feel a connection to acting? Like, did you just feel like I connect with this in some way?
Well, I've always been really outgoing and really talkative. It's one of my best traits.
I
But
agree. I agree.
but yeah, I've always been kind of like wanting to pursue that. I love posing. I love, going into different characters. And when I was little, I'd always play pretend, like, play with me, Jackson, let's play house. And I kind of just fell in love with acting. And I do my own little movies here and there, like on my computer or on my phone. And I'd vlog on my mom's camera. So, like, I've always kind of been into that stuff. And then once I really got into it, I was like, dang, like, this is good.
Well, I'm happy to hear you say that because now I'm not just seeing you like, okay, like as an actress, but I can see you down the line in the future, maybe directing, producing
Yeah.
your own stuff. And I mean, we've seen a lot of people that, started off on YouTube doing skits, and the next thing you know, they're out there, producing like real
Oh, yeah.
content.
Big stuff. Right.
That's really awesome. So now, one of the things that I heard about you is that you're really good at memorizing scripts. What's the secret?
I actually have photographic memory. So like if I look at something, I can memorize it and like it just pops in my head. I got it from my dad. My mom doesn't have a very good memory, so I didn't get it from her. But yeah, it does make it a lot easier to start acting with that, because obviously if I look at a page for like, I can read it 2 times and I have it memorized, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, it's always memorized.
That is an insane gift. And I will tell you, as a
Yeah.
person with a really, really bad memory, I am so jealous of that gift of yours. Because it really is hard. Like, I feel you. Like, I'm like more like your mom, where it's like, it's so hard to see that and just like
What did I
memorize it. Yeah. So no, that's
Right.
really awesome. And I'm sure that's going to become really helpful for you.
It is. It's definitely helped a lot. That's for sure.
So now you've worked a lot with a lot of cool people. Haylie Duff, Ashley Judd. Those are some very, very awesome women. What was that experience like for you?
I was kind of in awe working with them, just because like that's everything I've ever wanted to be, is like big like them, and like being able to do something you love so much and being able to like go into a career with it. But yeah, I was kind of in awe. I asked for as many tips as I possibly could, because obviously they've made it and I want to make it too. And yeah, they were all super sweet. It's crazy how like, you look at them and you're like, they're famous, they're probably not going to be nice. And then you work with them and they're literally the sweetest people I've ever met. And me and Haylie actually still talk to this day. I just went into her shop when I was in California last, because she has a clothing store, and we talked for a little bit, and it's just so surreal. Like it's crazy to think.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, we're friends now. So you
Yeah.
mentioned that you asked them for a lot of tips. What were some of the tips or advice that they gave you?
When going into an audition, obviously you have to be confident, but not, I don't know how to explain this. Confident, but not too overly confident to where you're like, I'm gonna book this job. Like this
Right.
is bad. And also like when you get, there's a lot of rejection in acting. You get super close and then they say, nah, you're not what we want. You don't have the look. So never take it the hard way. Just be like, okay, on to the next. Like there's better things coming. Everything happens for a reason. And then just really stepping into the character and like being that person.
So now whenever you go in for an audition, or whether you cast a role, whatever it is, what's your process like to, really get into that character and do it justice?
Well, usually, obviously, I read the script over and over again, and then I go through like the character description, and then a couple of days before the audition, I kind of become the character. And if it's a shy character, I don't talk as much, and I'm more shy. Or if it's an outgoing girl, obviously, I'm don't really need to change.
Yeah, just be myself.
Hard to say. But and then going into the audition, I like to talk to the casting directors to see, like, to get to know them better, just because if you know them better, it's easier to act with them. And it's not so forced. So if you get to know them, I feel it's a lot easier to act.
I'm so glad that you mentioned rejection, because that's huge in all aspects of entertainment. And, that could easily, for some people, they can get rejected and be like, I'm done. I'm never coming back. This is awful. So how do you move on from that? Like, do you like find it easy to move on and just kind of keep going? Or do you like dwell on it a little bit? Like, what's your process?
There have been some couple times when it's literally been between me and another girl, and my biggest competition gets it, and I'm like, why am I in this business? If they don't,
Yeah.
am I here? But then a next audition comes in, and I've totally completely forgotten about it, and that's what kind of keeps me going, because there's always something else out there. People are creating scripts all the time, so might as well not dwell on that one and go get the next one.
Exactly. I really love your outlook on all of this. So now, what are some of your favorite roles that you like to do? Is there do you like to do comedy, drama? Like, what's your niche?
Definitely drama, but thriller. I really like screaming and like being covered in blood and all that stuff. I show really good emotion, and I'm really good at crying on cue, which makes it a lot easier to act, obviously. But I also love showing my emotion and being able to do that, because it's just so authentic, and so like it's just cool to see how other people would react to this. So I know, probably drama and like thriller type stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. And when you say that you can cry on cue, do you think of something really sad, or is it just like go and you're like you can do it?
When I was younger, it was I had to think of something sad. Now I just like I've gotten used to it. I'm like, turn it on, waterworks.
So now you're like, if you cry like in real life, people are gonna be like, I don't know. Like, she might not be really sad here.
Okay, cry on cue. I'm like, I can't just do it. Like, I'm happy now. I have to be in my like space.
Yeah, in your like zone, for sure, for sure. So now, how do you balance both singing and acting? Tell us a little bit about your singing.
Yeah, I'm actually writing some original music right now and
Oh,
playing.
congrats.
Thank you. And obviously right now I can't really do that just because of the coronavirus and all that, and we're all social distancing. But I do have new music coming out, and I kind of, when I'm not acting, I'm always singing. I'm always working on my voice, and once I get done with reading that script, we're singing. My brothers get annoyed with it, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I've kind of always just balanced them out really easily because like you always have a break between auditions, and that's what makes it really easy to like start singing again. So
That's really cool because, like I said, like a lot of people, they could want to be singers, but they don't write their own music or,
right.
try to be their own authentic self. So that's really cool. More power to you on that. You sing, you act. What would you say is your dream role? Something that you've like fantasized about booking someday.
Definitely working with Steven Spielberg. That's something
Nice.
I've always dreamed about. I know every actor is probably saying that, but like he's phenomenal at directing and producing and writing, and he's amazing. I wish that's all I really wish in life. Also, like just being in a movie that has a good meaning to it. Like I know the movie I Still Believe. I just watched that, and it had such a good story behind it, and I really liked that. So I hope to be in like a based on a true story type thing.
That's really cool. Yeah, I always like based on a true story or based on a book. Those are usually like
Right.
my
Those are
go-tos.
right.
Yeah, those are always really fun. Guilty pleasures. So now tell us about playing the role of Gracie Hickey on Play by Play.
Oh my goodness. This was one of the most fun things I've ever done, and actually filmed in Iowa, which is crazy because that's where I live. So I got to be home and do
Oh
school.
God.
And I had actually worked with my older brother already in a short film, like one of my first things in California. It was a short film and it was with him. So we already had the chemistry. And it was just super fun because I've grown up around football. That's like I have two brothers. That's what we do. I'm the sassy little sister. Like no matter what, I'm always the sassy one, which is also Gracie. So I kind of really didn't have to act that much. I was just playing myself, and it was such a fun crew and cast, and we were all just very like everyone was very kind, and they let me kind of like pick and choose how I wanted to act, if you kind of
Yeah.
but yeah, it was just so much fun being able to be home and like go to school and then come to set the next day, and that's something I will like always remember.
Is it stressful for you doing school, having to be on set, especially on a series where it's not like a one-off and it's consistent?
Right. I sometimes I would have to be able to get like I'd have to get pulled out of school, which kind of sucked because then I'd be lost. But also we have to do school on set no matter what when until we turn 18. So that was like it wasn't that hard to deal with. Just when I like left school, all the kids would ask like, "Where are you going?" And I didn't want to like brag and say I'm going to like
You're like,
film.
I'm important. I gotta leave. Peace.
I know. But well, like that's the only thing that was really challenging is just trying to make my friends like not seem like I'm trying to brag about acting when I left, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, but that's really awesome. And I like the fact that you're aware of that. A
Yeah.
lot of people wouldn't be aware of that. And the fact that you're actually aware of it, like, I think, like kudos to you on that. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So, I do want to ask, though, what's it like? You've done a lot of guest appearances on shows, but what's the difference between doing that and actually being a part of a series?
Like if when I worked on Criminal Minds, it's just like you have to make a connection really fast. Like you have to have that chemistry really fast. You have to know everyone really well. And then you're gone the next day, which kind of sucks because everyone was super nice on there too. But series in a series like Play by Play, you have time to get to know them. And like when you're acting and in between like takes, you're talking and you're not really rushing anything, which makes it more authentic. But yeah, I think that's the only thing is the chemistry and then how fast it works. because people on like Criminal Minds obviously is a huge show, and yeah, they just work really fast and they're really good at what they're doing, and they've been doing it for a long time, obviously. So they're like,
Well, then I guess it works that you have that photographic memory because they don't have to waste their time on waiting on you to learn your lines, etc. So that's really, really cool. So now, obviously, as a fellow YouTuber, I saw that you also have a YouTube channel. You've been creating videos. I saw your quarantine baking and all of that stuff. What's that experience been like for you?
I just love doing YouTube. I love talking to fans without like, you know, having to go live or like all that stuff. I think it's just super fun, and like it's something that not a lot of people get to do just because they don't have like the right equipment or like they don't know how to start it. And it's also fun to make, like cooking and hauls and all that stuff. It's fun to make, and it's a good time consumer.
It really is. You could do one video and spend all these hours, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, the whole day went by.
Like putting in music and putting it on YouTube. Yeah, but it's so fun just to like make the YouTube videos in general.
That's so cool. How did you learn all of that stuff? Like, did somebody teach you? Did you just kind of figure it out on your own?
I started doing YouTube when I was like maybe 11, 12. And then I stopped doing it for a little bit. And then when I got back into it, I got my own computer and I said, like, I want to do this again because obviously it's so much fun and I enjoy it. And then I like looked up all the editing stuff and like got new editing equipment, and that's kind of how I learned about it. And then obviously I'm here now.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, you're my favorite kind of person, a go-getter. Like, I want to learn that. No one here can teach me. Forget it. I'm gonna go and figure it out myself. Like, honestly, that is what's gonna get you places. So congratulations on that, Shae. So with that being said, that is the end of our interview portion. But no fear, because next up is the fun part, which is a lightning round, where I basically ask you 10 questions. You answer as fast as you can, and this is like an awesome way for your fans and everyone to kind of get to know you and know the person that you are. All right, so here we go. Are we ready for lightning round with Shae Smolik?
Yes.
All right. Question number 1. Who are some of your favorite musicians?
Zach Brown Band, Carrie Underwood, Maren Morris, and Kelsey Ballerini.
Awesome. Question number 2. What's it like being the youngest sibling?
You get picked on a lot, but it's fun because you always have someone to go to and talk to your problems about.
Awesome. Question number 3. When you're not busy working, how do you spend your time?
Singing, riding my horse, hanging with friends, trying to spend as much time with my family as possible.
Question number 4. What's your favorite app at the moment?
Snapchat.
Question number 5. What is your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Question number 6. What is your favorite movie snack?
Popcorn with M&Ms inside.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Good to know. I'll try that next time. Question 7. What is your favorite cupcake flavor?
Like confetti, like birthday cake.
Okay. Funfetti?
Yes, that.
Question number 8. Question number 8. What is your favorite school subject?
Science. Well, like biology, that type of stuff.
Question number 9. What is your favorite thing about New York City?
The lights, all the lights that shine at night.
Question number 10. Where is your favorite place to shop?
Hollister.
Wonderful. Shae, you are absolutely awesome and a pleasure to talk to you. I cannot wait to continue seeing your career blossom. I'll be watching your YouTube channel, etc., and seeing all the stuff that you do. Before we go, where can people find you?
My Instagram is Shae Smolik, ShaeSmolik, and then my TikTok is Shae Smolik. Gotta include the TikTok, and then my Snapchat is also Shae Smolik.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shae, for taking the time to talk to me today. Yes. Guys, before we go, do not forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and do not forget to check out Shae Smolik. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.